What's up guys, Rogue9 here and welcome to my series on Rainbow Six Siege. The closed beta testing is finished and I'm going to give you a rundown of my experience in the game so far. In this episode we'll be taking a closer look at the support weapons in the game, which will include shotguns and machine guns. As always, let's get started with the SAS. The shotgun available to the British Special Air Service troops during the closed beta is the Mossberg 590A1. This weapon is part of the Mossberg 500 series of shotguns and was designed in 1960 by Oscar Frederick Mossberg himself. Like all shotguns in the game, this weapon fires 12-gauge buckshot and is especially useful for breaching doors and thin walls. Due to the balancing required for an online multiplayer game, the damage done by shotguns in the game is about the same as for other weapons such as rifles and pistols. The only difference being that shotguns are extremely powerful up close, but lack in power at longer distances. The M590, like all other shotguns in the game, is single fire, and its mobility rating of 8 and magazine size of 7 is also comparable with the other shotguns. Its damage rating of 48 makes it the second weakest shotgun in the game so far. At this point, I'm not really convinced by the shotguns in the game since they become almost useless at distances beyond 5 meters. And the Mossberg 590 is a strong contender for one of the weakest shotguns available to date. The shotgun used by the FBI SWAT teams is the M1014, which is the military designation for the Benelli M4 Super 90 semi-automatic shotgun. Designed in 1998 by Benelli Army SPA, this weapon is a strong favorite of military and police forces around the world. An interesting point to note is that while in the game the gun has a magazine capacity of 8, in real life it only has 7+1. This could make sense, but at the same time the Mossberg 590 we discussed earlier has an in-game capacity of 7, while in the real world it has 8+1. I wonder if a mix-up occurred here. Whatever the case, the M1014's mobility of 8 makes it comparable to the other shotguns, while its damage rating of only 45 is the weakest. It is worth mentioning though that being a semi-automatic shotgun, this weapon will fire somewhat faster than the pump-action variants. The shotgun available to the GIGN forces was quite difficult for me to identify since the in-game designation SG-CQB, which I assume stands for Shotgun Close Quarters Battle, does not exist in real life. But only a few hours of research and I have finally successfully identified this gun as the Heckler Koch FB6. Designed and produced since 1998 by the Italian company Fabbrica Bresciana Armi SPA, this weapon is distributed by the ubiquitous German weapons manufacturer Heckler Koch. As with other shotguns in this game, there seems to be a bit of confusion about the magazine size. The real-life versions can hold either 5+1 or 7+1 rounds, while in-game it can hold 7. The mobility of 8 and single-shot fire rate of a pump-action shotgun are standard, but its damage of 53 make this quite a powerful shotgun compared to the rest. In fact, it is the second most powerful in the game. But despite being the second most powerful shotgun, even this one suffers from the issue of not being able to deal with bombers effectively. Moving on to the Spetsnaz, we come across our first of two machine guns for this video. The 6P41 Pecheneg is a general-purpose machine gun that fires the 6.72 by 54mm Russian ammunition. It has been in use since 2001 and was designed by the Russian Central Research Institute for Precision Machine Building. The Pecheneg bullpup variant of the game is a redesign and conversion by the Degtyarev plant. Its damage rating of 42 puts it on par with the weakest assault rifle of the game, the FAMAS. Its fire rate of 680 rounds per minute is also extremely slow compared to the assault rifles, and its mobility rating of 15 makes it almost twice as difficult to maneuver as any of the shotguns, and 1.5 times as slow as any assault rifle. Furthermore, this gun is extremely slow to reload, and has a powerful recoil. The only thing this gun has going for it in the game is its ammunition capacity of 100 rounds, at least according to its stats on paper, because during the testing of the game I've actually found this weapon to be quite effective. The Spetsnaz operatives also have available to them the Saiga 12 semi-automatic shotgun. This gun was designed in the 1990s by the Itsevsk machine building plant, now known as the Kalashnikov concern. Based off of the AK-47 design, this weapon has been in production since 1997. As with some of the other weapons featured in Rainbow Six Siege, the in-game designation SAS G12 is based on the weapon's appearance in an earlier Ubisoft game, in this case, Splinter Cell Blacklist. Its damage rating of 50 makes it the third most powerful shotgun, and also the third least powerful shotgun. Being a semi-automatic shotgun, its fire rate is slightly better than that of the pump actions, and its magazine size of 8 fits in with all the rest. As of the closed beta, the mobility rating listed in the game is still 0, which is the best possible rating equivalent to that of the pistols. I'm assuming that this is a mistake and its actual rating is probably around 7 or 8, much like the other shotguns. Being magazine fed though gives it the distinct advantage of a faster reload time. Always last but never least, we move on to the GSG-9. First up, we have the HK21 7.62x51mm general purpose machine gun. The in-game name of G8A1 is actually the real-life designation used by the German army and the German police. This weapon was designed in 1961 by Heckler Koch and is based on the G3 battle rifle. Its damage rating of 39 is appallingly low, and only a handful of submachine guns in the game actually have a lower damage rating. As you would expect with a machine gun, its mobility is also quite low at 15. Where this weapon shines is both with its magazine size of 50 bullets and its fire rate of 850 rounds per minute. An advantage the G8A1 has over the 6P41 machine gun we looked at earlier is that it is magazine fed instead of belt fed, thereby making it much quicker to reload. And our final weapon for this video is the Remington Model 870. The original model is almost a classic now, designed in 1951 by the Remington Arms Company. The shortened police variant depicted in the game seems to have some kind of issue with the magazine size once again. Different variants of the 870 in the real world come with either 4+1 or 7+1 cartridges. Even if the game included the full-length version of this shotgun, you should really be able to load 8 cartridges in instead of 7. But realistically, with a shortened barrel and magazine tube, the gun in the game should only hold 5 rounds. As it stands, the magazine size of 7 in the game is comparable with other shotguns, while its mobility of 7 makes it slightly better. Its pump action makes it slightly slower to fire than the semi-automatic versions, but a damage rating of 60 makes it the strongest shotgun available in the beta. As always, you can now see a full overview of the weapons presented in this video on the left-hand side, arranged by order of my personal preference. And even though the machine guns don't really grab me, I've had even less success with the shotguns. If I had my say at Ubisoft, I would recommend that the shotgun's maximum effective range is improved by a bit to allow these guns to be more competitive with the other types of weapons. As they currently are, the shotguns are more useful as breaching devices than as actual combat weapons. And finally, let me leave you with a quick warning. The device you are using to view this video will self-destruct in 15 seconds. To disarm the explosives, hit the like button now. As always friends, I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next episode.
14 is KIA.